Hey foodies, thanks for watching. Let's make some crispy, crunchy, cheesy crackers. I can't wait to sink my teeth into these, and it's really easy, and I'm using a food processor today. So I'm gonna put in my gluten-free all-purpose flour blend, my sugar. You just need a little tiny bit of sugar just to help make those crackers just go pop. I'm putting kosher salt, and I'm using smoked paprika. If you want to just use regular paprika, that's fine. You can also just omit it. That's going to add a little bit of color and add a little bit of extra flavor. And then I'm going to add in my butter. There's a few chunks of butter there. And then I'm going to pulse this until I get little crumbs of butter. So you can see, I mean, that doesn't take long at all. I've got little pebbles of butter in here, which is exactly what you're wanting to have. I'm gonna add in my cheese next, and it's important that you don't buy grated cheese. You do need to grate it, but you need to grate it yourself because a lot of grated cheese comes with an additive, an anti-caking product added to it, and you don't want that because it's going to prevent the cheese from binding and making the crackers just that much better. So I'm going to pulse this. Oh, that looks so good. And then finally, we want to add about 3 tablespoons of water. I'm going to start with about 2.5. There's 1, and this is really cold water. You've noticed I've got some ice cubes in there. There's 2.5. And I'm gonna pulse this till it comes together. And I think it needs just that little bit extra. Yeah, it's coming. So I'm gonna add that extra 1/2 tablespoon. That looks beautiful. Okay, so I'll get rid of this and that. Set that aside. That can pop off. That can move over. And I'm going to dump this right on to my counter. Okay, and that can go away. I'm just going to squish it together. Look at that. That looks great. Okay, and I'm going to divide this into 3. Where's my knife? I'll use that knife. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and I'm gonna ball them up a little bit, just to make them a bit more even. Don't want to lose any of that dough, because I want all the crackers I can get. And then I'm gonna wrap these up in plastic wrap, because they need to sit in the fridge for up to about an hour to an hour and a half. They need to be really firm. So what I'm going to do is, before I really tighten them up, I'm just going to squish it down, see if I can get them to be a bit square. That looks pretty good so far. On to the next one. Let's see if there we go, that's better. Where's my last piece? There it is. Uh-oh. There we go. Squish it down. And I'm squishing them to about 2 centimeters or 3/4 of an inch. So this is going to go into my fridge for about an hour, and then we'll go to the next step. See you in a moment. It's been about an hour, and these have firmed up really nicely. So I'm going to unwrap one at a time. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice and firm. I've got some gluten-free flour just to use to dust my work surface, and I'm going to just do that, and I'm going to roll these out. Just like that. Oh, look at all the cheese in there. Oh, that looks good. Just a dash more flour, I think. And I want to roll this out to between 3 and 6 millimeters, or an 1/8 and 1/4 inch thick. And that's probably about right. And then I'm going to take a pastry wheel, and I'm just going to cut some shapes out. And if you do about a 2.5 centimeter strip, and if you want to use a knife, you can use a knife. I just thought the pastry wheel adds a nice little decorative edge. Let's see if I can get a little, look at that, I got a little bit extra there. And then I'll do the same thing here. Let's see if I can make them square. Oh, that one's no good. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, these look really nice. Maybe a few more out of that. There we go. Oh, that looks great. And then I've got a skewer, and I'm going to use the blunt end, and I'm just going to poke a hole in each one just to give it a little bit of decoration. And to create a little bit more baking surface area, because it's going to bake right in the middle as well. So it's going to bake nice and evenly. There we go. And then I've got a parchment paper lined baking sheet. And I'm going to place them on my baking sheet, spread out, just so that if they expand at all, they're not going to touch and glue themselves together. Oh, these are really nice. They don't stick together at all. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and roll out the rest. These look really good. These look really good. So now what I want to do is I'm just going to lightly sprinkle some kosher salt on the top of them. And I'm just trying to get all the crackers. And most of the salt isn't actually staying on the cracker, and that's okay. Little pop of flavor there. These are going to go into my preheated oven of 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for 18 to 20 minutes. But I'm going to keep an eye on them at the 15-minute mark just to make sure they're not overly browned. These look so good. I pulled them out of the oven about 5 minutes ago, and I have to try them. They look and smell absolutely amazing. I can't wait to sink my teeth into them. I mean, this only took 15 minutes. I'm glad I set my timer for 15 minutes and not the 18 to 20 like the recipe said for me to do, because it would have been burnt. And I don't know about you, but I don't want a burnt cracker. So if you look at this, like, look at nice and crispy and dry, which is good, what you want. Oh my. You know, if these were in the shapes of little fish, these would be like little fishy crackers, but so good. Oh my goodness. I'm probably gonna eat the whole tray and then the other one tomorrow. These will last in an airtight container for up to a week. They're not gonna last that long. So if you're looking for the recipe, you can go to glutenfreeguy.ca. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. And coming up next, I'm making this. See you soon.